Ooh! Hi, chat! What's going on? Hi, guys! Bound things, bound things, bound things, bound things, bound things. Hi, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited and happy. Silly things today. Silly things for today. Let me just put myself where I need to be because I definitely forgot to do that. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. But hi. We've got Bound Lore today. How are you guys doing? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I did do that. And the second posture check. I am sitting up. I am not cashewed. Thank you. Alright, will the lizards eat the bookworms? Find out now on Bound. True. Alright. Got some funky things. Zenny! Thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Methinks currently in the process of making a frog-sized guitar. That is so good. I love that for you. Alright. I think it's time for a little bit of a recap. Yeah? Last time on Bound SMP, Armor found the notes that he stole from his father's study after he killed him. He found them, and he offered to take them to Vast, who was already with Rune. So that worked out in his favor. However, upon meeting up with the 2 of them, noticed that there was something odd going on. There was a few creepers trapped in glass boxes underground. And a sign that said, "Experiment friends, please don't touch." So he got a little bit testy about that one. But it ended up fine. After he handed over the books, they ended up leaving and going to Rune's house, and he met Gizmo, who he was very intrigued by. But they went to Rune's house and went over the books. Armor wasn't the most comfortable guy in the world. But they did fine, and by the end of it, seemed like they were all on pretty good terms, pretty okay. Generally on okay terms. He even got to meet Wibble and Wobble, the Sniffers. He left shortly after that with Vast, telling him that he, Atlas, means a lot to her. And he went home. And that's where we're picking up. He's got some more questions about things going on. So, if you guys are ready, there shouldn't be any major trigger warnings. It should be just a good old time. But I think we're about ready. I'll see you guys soon. Okay. It's fucking dark. Just because I can see well in the dark doesn't mean I like it. Fuck, I missed that fish. Great. Hi guys. You're doing up so late? I can't sleep. I keep thinking about... that's enough fish for now, I think. Hi, are you stuck? Don't be stuck. Are you stuck? Don't be stuck. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I can't sleep. And I figured out how to make the chocolate cake. I figured it out. The recipe was really weird. So you put chocolate where the milk usually goes, and then you put the milk where the sugar goes, and then you just don't use sugar. It's very odd. It's very odd, but it's good. It's good. I've been catching these things. The question. Look, I know, okay? I know it's not the best thing in the world for me to be awake, but I can't stop thinking about the creepers in the box. I don't know. It's just messing with me. I don't know. Clear your head, go for a fly, maybe. Maybe. I want to put my fishing rod away though. Oh. Are they trapping you up there? What? Get off! Get off of him! Silly things, all of you. All of you, silly. Alright. You know what? Maybe we will go for a fly. Maybe. Maybe we will. I've got enough crystals and food and... You know what? Oh. Maybe... Hello. Maybe there are more answers about things in the library. Maybe. Maybe I should... What was that name? Virgil. Virgil runs the library, and Virgil had the creature, the axolotl. Virgil had, the axolotl that had the void stuff. Maybe I can find things there. Or he'll have answers. I don't like that. Guys, the server is being not nice to me. It might be it. Might need to just be okay with it for a little bit. It should be fine, but the server's not being nice. Alright, let's go in.
Pointed out how the mind map was not exactly in the cleanest condition. So I have somewhere else for that to sort of separate that research from the library.
Hello?
Makes sense. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
Hi.
hello.
Sorry.
Hello.
Sorry, welcome to the library.
Hi.
It's a pleasure.
I could say the same. I'm looking for Virgil, I think.
Well, you've been
Uh,
successful.
Yes, hello. That would be me. Do I know you?
No, sorry.
Well,
I
I suppose you
did
know
realize I am
me.
wearing full armor.
No, yeah, it's sorry, a little bit disconcerting. I'm getting used to it. There are people that tend to wear it around.
Yeah. No, you don't know me, but I've heard your name around. I'm Armor?
Oh, I have also heard your name around.
Okay.
Yes, Voss and I spoke about things. Yes, well, it's
Okay.
nice to meet you. How
I'd say
can I
the
help?
same. Hi. What's your name?
Hi, Elwood. Elwood Kirchhoff.
Elwood. Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you both. I had
Yes.
questions about void sickness. Whatever is happening with
Oh.
the creepers. I've just called it that because I've noticed
Yes.
it more on the lower islands, and that's just where the void is.
That's sort of what we've taken to calling it.
Okay.
Yes, I think questions about void sickness is sort of going around.
Apparently.
I wish I had concrete answers. I'm sort of working on that right now. I was actually discussing with Elwood about finding some books on diseases and the spread of them. I'm currently part of a broader experiment, sort
Yeah,
of studying it.
I did see that.
Yes. Ah. Yes.
Did you leave your research area out in the open?
I didn't want to bring the creepers into a house. Oh,
Well, that makes sense, but
they're
add
in
a
a box.
fence around it. They're in a box.
I didn't build the boxes. I just led them in there.
Goodness gracious. You have no regard for organization. Next, I find out you have no regards for safety, apparently.
I have plenty of regards for safety. We used glass that they can't see through, and they're in the ground.
The way
It's
you
very
jumped
safe.
down the stairs would say otherwise.
Okay, yeah.
I have not seen any books on diseases. I've not sorted through everything yet, though. I've been mostly organizing that section, which is mostly handworking techniques and such.
Okay.
Not entirely sure where they would be.
You said you noticed it more.
Yeah, creepers and spiders. But I heard you have an axolotl that's being affected?
Yes, this is Dante. Oh, he's very friendly. He's not exactly in the best condition. And he seems to love trying to go down the stairs for some reason.
Maybe don't do that.
Yes. Yeah, he's unfortunately...
Is he eating okay? Like...
For the most part, he's... I mean, slower than he was, and hasn't been as moving around as much. But he's eating fine. His water is still circulating fine. He, apart from sort of slowing down, doesn't seem to be in any pain. So I'm just sort of monitoring it,
Well, good.
similar to the creepers. We're sort of waiting to see what a next step might be in that broader experimentation phase.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry, just
Um.
I don't do well with experimentation talk. So I'm
Oh,
just...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Objectively speaking, it is probably the smartest way to figure out whatever the hell is going on with that void illness, void sickness thing.
Mm.
Not to diminish your feelings,
I
just
mean, no. If it
using.
makes you feel better, it's
I
sort of less
feel-
experimentation at this stage and more observation.
Yeah, I also feel better knowing it's on creepers and not people. So
Oh no,
mean,
I would
actually,
not.
Commenting on people
um,
serves no purpose. Unless, I guess, it is a clinical trial run, which is done with informed consent.
Elwood.
well, informed consent is the
I-
key word there.
To have
Mhm.
misstepped, I apologize.
It's okay. Informed consent was
Sorry,
the key word there. It's all right.
Yes. Sorry, I'm now remembering Vast did mention discussing research with you. Sorry,
What, did she mention that I'm sensitive about it?
just that I should not open off the back with the fact that I'm doing research and experiments on certain things like void sickness.
It's
Or,
okay. I mean, it is more like observation, like the both of you said. So and again, not on people. So I don't.
yeah,
It's
well,
okay.
that's
It's okay.
okay if you're sure. Yes. Actually, speaking of, you were part of the Avocane, correct?
Yes. How many people has Vast
Sorry,
told
did
without
I
my
overstep
knowledge?
that?
No,
Sorry,
it's okay. I
should
just
I-
don't. I just don't know how much Vast has told you, and I don't know how many people they've
Not-
told.
Mostly just that.
Okay.
Really. I sort of. It's difficult to explain without showing you the board.
Are we talking
I-
about your old one? Because the old one is not going to make it any easier.
The new
to
one, the old one, is not going to make me any help. I have.
Also, do I know what that Avocane thing is? Or was that an insensitive thing to ask?
Sorry.
And should I just... I didn't ask it. Should I know what the
Ah.
Avocane are, or is that an insensitive question that I should better pretend I didn't ask in the first place?
Well, I mean, you live here. There's a couple of ex-members around here. I think you should probably know a little bit.
I could fill you in late, or a couple.
Well, yeah, me and
I thought
Vast.
Yeah. Okay, I suppose two is that's fair. Yes.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair. The way you said it implied there were more, and I was sorry. I'm learning about things perhaps slower than I would have anticipated, but also learning bits and pieces more thoroughly than I expected. It's an interesting thing to stumble in on from the outside, and I might have some questions to ask you about it at some point.
Okay.
I'm trying to piece a lot together. Sorry.
I can't promise that I'll have an answer, but I can try.
That's fair enough. I respect that. But
You mentioned a board?
yeah, sort of a board or a mind map. I mean, I suppose I could take the two of you over to show it if you would be prepared to leave the library. It's
As long as it's not too far a fly, as long as it's walkable.
oh yes,
Not much
mostly
of a
from
flyer.
the
Do you also not
which is
fly?
fair.
Not when I can avoid it.
Oh, that's fair.
I suppose we said I can.
Presume you saying also means you have met the inventor person, Rune.
Well, I've met Rune, and you know Mojave's got some messed up
Yes.
wings.
Yes,
happening.
well, that is their own fault now, isn't it? Sorry, I should not
get-
take the lead. I do not know where
Did
to
I-
go.
No, you're all right. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
Did I say something
I know
wrong?
Mojave is.
No. Mojave and I are currently not exactly on speaking terms. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, wait, Elwood, I've heard your name. I have
In the
heard your
sense
name. Just like in passing. Just
Ah.
mentioned. I didn't connect those. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't connect those dots. That's my fault.
Why are you apologizing for something you did not know? That does not seem very rational.
Well, you know. I don't know. It's just a thing I do sometimes.
It's fine. So, you have a new study area, you said.
I have an office or a I don't really know what else to call it. It's not exactly a business per se, but I don't really know what to call it. Somewhere else, a more private space.
Mm. Oh.
But
Oh,
it's-
this is right by the creepers, isn't it?
Yes, just over there is where we're currently working on things. Rune suggested we maybe make it a little closer to things happening. But please come in. Would either of you like some coffee or anything?
Goodness, no.
Um,
Goodness. Not for me, thanks.
but this is sort of what I'm working on
Oh.
in regards to the Avocane and everything else, because it all seems to come back to them at this point.
Oh, you know about Viviana, huh?
Bits and pieces. I know that she is here and that she is dangerous.
Yeah, good. Stay away from her.
And yes, that's sort of all I've been told at this point.
This is...
Um,
There's a lot here.
yes, I have a lot of questions at the moment, and every time I figure something else out or am given more information, it just sort of raises more questions. And
Such
in
is
the
the way
nicest way
of
possible,
learning.
yes, I suppose, in the nicest way possible, your presence really only adds a lot more, I suppose.
Oh,
As
I'm
does
sorry.
the void sickness. No, it's good. It's helping me compartmentalize things. I really should start adding something for void sickness as well. I don't know how it's related, but at this stage it feels odd for something to not be.
I mean, we notice it a lot more coming from the lower islands. Maybe it's something to do with... I don't know.
Potentially. I mean,
Like a lack of magic in the area or something? I don't know.
I mean, it could be a lack of magic. The lower islands. I mean, I don't have proof that they are slowly sinking, but
I would
One
hope
of my-
not. I live there.
I mean, I hope not, but not in a way that's noticeable, but in the way that the plates would shift over time, a sort of very gradual drawing down of
how-
gravity.
How mountains used to form
Yes,
over
exactly.
time.
Just
Mm.
barely noticeable shifts in the geography of the islands. But
I mean, that would logically make sense, I suppose.
but moving closer, as you said, it's noticed more down by the lower islands. I found him on one of the lowest islands that exists or that I can find nearby.
Yeah, and there are more down there. I've been instructed to keep an eye on them and make sure they don't do this, but
I see.
So you're
certainly
on
has-
mute watch?
yeah, I'm on the creature watch apparently.
Critter watch. But certainly seems to be connected to a presence of the void in, I don't know if it's prolonged exposure or, I mean, the fact that creepers and mobs higher up on the islands are also being affected certainly isn't
Could it be
promising.
contagious?
We're not
Like
entirely sure.
between-
I mean, I certainly hope not. It's part of what we're trying to monitor with some of the creepers, whether or not it does spread and how it spreads. It certainly spreads within an individual. It grows and takes over more of the body. Essence harvested from creepers who are more infected is somewhat less potent. The flight crystals made from it aren't as strong, don't provide as much lift.
That's
I don't
curious.
really know.
Did you put a comparison creeper with the other ones? One that's entirely uninfected?
Not yet. We haven't really been able to find one that's entirely uninfected.
Well, that does not bode well. I
No,
was supposed to say
it
that would
does
be a
not.
good way to monitor if it's if it is contagious, but well, that does not bode well.
I mean, I'm certain there are some. I've seen them in the past few weeks, just not around here that we can sort of reliably put into an observation
Containment
chamber there. Yes, I suppose that term would work for it.
Sorry, I get very
No, it's all right.
I have a tendency to get very technical with terms.
No, that's is
That feels more positive when talking about this sort of thing. Getting the correct terminology, I mean.
Yeah. It doesn't mean I like doing it, but
it's
yeah.
a strong word.
Fair point.
Accurate, perhaps. Positive is
Better.
more subjective.
That is a better word. I see you employed several different string colors this time.
Yes, I have more of a system now.
It definitely
green
looks
is sort of
usable.
things that I know for sure, and blue is just general connections, and red is things that I don't entirely know how they do connect, but I know that they do. This is more of a unanswered questions.
Most of those, huh?
Yeah, most yes.
Well.
Yeah, most of it is red.
Well, the lack of scratch mark makes it definitely more readable.
That's
Scratch
true.
marks?
Yes.
That was supposed to be a joke.
My
Related to the previous mind map.
my brother and I got into hustle about previous research.
Pietro, right?
Yes, Pietro.
Okay.
They're an owl. I don't know if you've encountered them.
Haven't met, have
A bit scarce
heard.
these days. I see. They're yes, likewise, helping Vast with some of her personal missions at the moment.
I mean, you can ask me if you need. You said you might have some, so
That's fair. I mean, mostly I'm working on the ritual that hypothetically transforms a person into an avian.
Well,
Excuse me. What?
It's sorry. I'm realizing that I have not informed you of much in the last few weeks.
Well, to be fair, I was mostly buried in books.
It's true.
Obelisks are not just mythological?
No, they very
No,
much exist.
no, that's I.
Well, that
Oh,
is
I don't.
certainly interesting. I operated under the assumption that they were fictional.
No, they
So did
exist.
I. There's a. I was going to say there's a book that I should show you, but I don't know where the book went. Vast took it back when we were on stabbing terms, and
You were on excuse me,
gone.
what?
don't.
Stabbing terms?
It's
I-
they tried to stab me in my sleep, and then I was in a bunker for a while, and then I tried to
You
stab
were-
them. It's water under the island.
Oh.
It's fine.
I do not want you to say
Okay.
again that you have good self-preservation. In a bunker.
This is sort of a cave more than a
I
bunker.
mean, I suppose if someone were out to stab you, that is actually very smart. I'll take back the comment on your self-preservation.
Thank you.
All right, so
I appreciate it.
obelisks are real.
Obelisks are real.
Someone
They are
tried to
fueled.
stab you, but you're no longer on stabbing terms.
I think that we would tentatively be considered friends now.
Oh, good.
I'm not entirely clear. I'm not great at making friends in general, so I don't know if that is the point. At what point we would term that, but
Oh,
Well,
do not
maybe.
ask me for a point of reference. That's Mojave's strength. Decidedly not mine.
Well,
I
I
see.
think you're doing pretty okay. At least it's friendly.
Past data would
Exactly,
indicate
yes.
otherwise. So, okay, all right. There is a
I mean,
mysterious
Mojave
illness.
seems quite friendly.
I suppose they are. All right, so
Okay,
obelisks
so
are real.
just a nerve. Obelisks are real.
There's a
They
stabby
are
person
fueled.
around, there's an illness, and all of
Yes.
that connects to the sorceress.
Yes. I don't entirely know how.
That
The
is
sorcerers presumably
interesting.
created the obelisks, but I don't believe they intended for them to need to be fueled by the magic which is inherent in avians. Because avians seem to have some kind of inherent magic that allows for flight. That's why you can make flight crystals out of feathers. There's something
Yes,
within
that
the
is
avian
what I
genetics.
used to consider the metaphorical grain of sand in the legends about magic. That is the one like core of truth. Because I have to rethink on a few of them, since apparently those are not fictitious, but
I
if
could show you potentially at some point.
that might be of
obelisk.
interest.
I would have to ask some people if that's okay. But
If I'd have to fly, I might have to pass. As intriguing as that
that's
is,
fair.
not much of a flyer. So your theory is that void sickness can either pertain to where the islands are located or magic, or potentially both. Did I understand that
Potentially
correctly?
both very, very tentatively.
Noted.
It seems to be forming from a lack of magic.
Wouldn't it
if-
affect non-magic individuals and creatures then? I don't follow how
I mean-
creepers who contain magical essence would. I'm gonna keep an
Axolotl
eye
style.
out when I continue.
Mhm.
Yes, I suppose.
And the
I'm going
Neither do
progress
spiders.
it's
out
making
what-
on the axolotls. It's true.
I'm trying to rack my brain if I've seen any books so far that pertain to that. I don't think I have, though.
Hmm.
I'm going to keep my eyes out, obviously.
Yes, I would appreciate it.
That is disconcerting, at least.
It seems to spread faster on non-magical things. I mean, obviously, we don't have a sample of an infected avian, and God forbid we ever do. But axolotls and spiders seem to succumb quicker to whatever it is.
Hmm.
The the sickness behaves. I don't know if it's a pathogen or an infection. I would have to monitor blood samples more closely, and I can't exactly get those from a creeper.
I'm not entirely sure. Do they have blood?
I don't know. They're quite fibrous in
Yeah.
their being.
I'll admit I am a bit out of my depth here. I am decidedly better with books and
Yes.
stories than biological test samples, but
Yeah, I'm not exactly a scientist myself. I am barely a researcher at this point. I'm just trying to investigate things.
Mm.
But this is sort of where I'm at. But if you could provide light on, I mean,
The
that
ritual
is
you were
the other
talking about?
thing. Yes.
Yeah, you should have
Because
picked
if
the right guy for that. 1 second. There are guys
Oh.
outside.
Oh,
They're very
yes.
loud.
Sorry. I could hear them. I need to light it up out here a bit more.
They
Be
are
back in
very
hand.
noisy.
Oh, nope, never mind. Mm. Um, if avians possess an inherent magic, and for the sake of discussion, non-avian beings possess less, I can see how there would be a process of transferring that magic into a being, but how exactly that would create an avian is I don't know. It shouldn't be possible. I mean, we're talking about growing additional limbs.
I mean,
I
you've got a pretty good, subject to look at here.
uh,
These aren't
I didn't
natural.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say is that I didn't know if it was rude to ask.
It's okay.
You
I am unfortunately a victim of the ritual.
ah
It's
I'm very sorry.
it's not great. Um is there a specific question that you want me to answer first?
If magic is siphoned, is it stored somewhere?
Yes. And
Okay.
there's
Good.
a
That's good to know.
yes, there is a specific type of crystal that stores it, but they're very hard to get your hands on. And I would even
It does kind
say,
of come back to crystals.
yeah,
There's
I
something
would.
about the structure of crystals that does channel it.
I would even say
I don't know. Something about the molecular structure.
if you're not advocating, it's impossible to get your hands on it or even see it.
Noted. Okay. Do they grow it themselves, like lab-grown crystals, manufactured?
I believe so. I just gave Rune a bunch of notes on some of them. So some of them are grown, some of them
I see.
are flash formed, some of them are changed.
Okay. Interesting. Do you know how the process of applying that magic to another person would go? Is it a direct transfer? Is it sort of stored and applied? Sorry, this feels like a lot of questions. I just
It's okay. Well, in my case, you might notice I've got some not so avian parts.
Yes, I didn't want to necessarily say that you are mildly reptilian, but
Yeah, you're correct.
yes.
I am part lizard. Um it's I'm trying to word correctly.
No, that's take your time. I imagine this is
Not easy. Yeah.
complicated and
It
you don't have to tell me if this is hard.
the crystals
I don't need answers at the cost of your comfort.
the crystals are charged using avian energy, which means taking the lives of avians and storing that in said crystal. And then it can be
See.
transferred and bonded to someone using sigils.
So the energy
Sigils
can't be
translate
transferred.
writing, a specific language or something, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
Noted.
You're Virgil, you're
tattoos.
close. Yeah, you're close with Rune. You know
Mm.
more about that, but it's to do with that.
I do.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
Sorry?
I assume you've seen it on his jacket. Yeah. The writing. And
I
if you've,
didn't.
if you've seen the
That's right. That's writing.
if you've seen the obelisk, the symbols on that.
I suppose I never necessarily connected that the symbols on Rune's jacket were the writing on the obelisk. Why does Rune know about the writing?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a question for Rune, I suppose. So you can't remove the magic from someone without killing them. Hence, the magpies.
I believe you're going to have to catch me up on a lot of things after this
Yes,
conversation.
sorry.
Remember,
The
I am
Yeah, there's a
there
lot.
are
You know what?
magpies. There are magpies that aren't magpies, and that's why I couldn't speak to them. Do you have a horde of kingfishers that follow you around by any chance?
Not
Just out of curiosity.
kingfishers. I have lizards.
Oh, is that that's what those are?
Uh-huh.
I saw some of them.
I have guys.
Okay, that explains why I've seen those around. That makes sense. It doesn't make sense, but I'm going to pretend it does.
They
Are lizards also not lizards?
I don't know. I
suppose we can't exactly tell.
don't ask.
That is
That's fair.
fair.
This makes sense. Giovanni
Fighting-
was supposedly
fighting-
looking for ways that you could remove magic without killing someone. That's what Pietro learned about and was helping Vast with.
Mm.
And if it is possible,
That would be a vast question.
I wonder if transferring magic in some way could be used to reverse void sickness.
That's a good question.
Wouldn't you have to figure out the cause of the sickness, though?
Potentially,
It seems like
yes.
it seems like a logical option. Just maybe don't go around experimenting with it until you know it's going to.
Oh no, it's I feel like it would be far too risky to just jump into something like that.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's a good
But
question
as-
nonetheless.
As
Yes,
a
you might
theory,
want to add
perhaps.
that to your mind map.
Yes, it seems like I have a lot that I might need to add to the mind map after this conversation.
I am so
Perhaps you
sorry.
can use.
No, it's wonderful. It's perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it genuinely, especially considering, as I said, I imagine it's not exactly pleasant to dwell on a lot of this.
No. Not even a little bit.
And if there is anything you would like me to omit from the board for privacy or comfort, I'm happy to keep things off.
Just I would say it's okay to talk, like, put stuff up there about in general, like, ritual shenanigans. Just maybe keep my name off
Yeah.
of it.
Of course, yes. No problem at all. I feel like I feel like Vast would have already asked this, but it would kill me if I didn't, because I sort of promised. You don't know anything about Kalia, do you?
I didn't know you knew her name.
Not much. Just Vast asked me to look into her, and
I mean,
what happened.
myself, her, and Vast all grew up together. I know
See,
she was really curious about a lot of things that ended up getting her scolded and talked to quite a bit, but I don't know why they would have took it that far.
I see. There's certainly a pattern of asking too many questions and getting cut down about it.
Yeah, the Avocane really don't like questions.
So it seems. I imagine that's why I became a bit of a target for a while there.
Yeah, that tracks.
Mm.
Is it
Anyway,
safe
as I said,
for
we're
you to
past
be?
that, I hope.
Is it safe for you to be doing
I
this?
don't think so. Not in the slightest, from what I've gathered. But at this point, I feel like it's also safe if... It's not exactly safe if I don't. I mean, the obelisk is not fulfilling its purpose, from my understanding.
I still haven't even seen
And
it.
if we don't... I've seen it once, but I've been caught up on some things. And if we don't figure out an answer to it, I don't know how much longer any of us will be safe, exactly.
Mm.
But, hopefully we can find some kind of answer. That would be best case scenario.
Yeah. If it's okay, I think I'm a bit done with answering questions.
No, yes, of course. I wouldn't want to press you further.
I
I
can.
feel like I haven't answered
okay-
as many that you came to me for.
Would you be okay with answering a question entirely unrelated to all of this?
Sure.
How is Mojave doing? Since you said you knew them.
They're okay. Wings healing. Very kind.
Yes, they have. That is probably one of their defining traits.
We
Thanks.
Yeah. I would venture that we have the potential to be pretty close friends. So, if that tells you anything.
Yes. It seems I have a lot to overthink. There's a lot of new information coming in
Yeah.
that corner. And I believe,
Sorry,
Virgil,
yes,
you owe me some more explanation. Not necessarily
yes,
right now,
I
but
feel like
eventually I
I do.
might
Yes.
need a spreadsheet to follow all of these things.
Spreadsheet would perhaps be a good idea. I should. The mind map is very helpful for me understanding things and getting ideas out there, but I feel as though perhaps writing it down to be more easily digestible for other people might be useful.
Mm.
A more linear telling of events.
Well, certainly can't hurt.
No, well, thank you for answering questions, Alma, and
Yeah.
I mean, I hope even if I don't have too many answers, I was able to give some information on where we stand with void sickness.
Yeah.
the moment.
No. I have more thoughts in my brain than I did before, so
Yeah. You mentioned you live on one of the lower islands.
yeah, actually I live
If
just
you...
below and a little further behind the library.
Oh, I see. Well, if you do notice anything that is particularly out of the ordinary when it comes to void sickness, please let me know. It would be very useful.
Yeah, I live down there, so I could keep a passive eye on things.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
If you live down there, then perhaps you should be careful just in case. If the theory is true that location of the islands has an effect on this void sickness, then you might want to be quick on the fly in case anything happens.
Well,
That is true.
thankfully that's something I'm used to doing. So,
Well then.
being on the run for 10 years is a real good way to make sure you've got your go pack ready.
I could certainly
I
relate.
am not going to
It's,
ask. I am not going to ask why everyone is good about running away. I feel like it's going to make me make my sparse sleep at night much calmer if I don't ask why everyone has run away from people before.
Yeah, I would,
Mm.
yeah, I would say that.
Yes. I was going to say I could tell you about Giovanni, but perhaps that's for another day. I know I offered everyone coffee, but I actually feel in the mood for something a little bit more calming back up at the library cafe.
Okay.
Would either of you want to join me there, or I suppose if you were
Oh.
done answering questions, I would want to drag you along.
Arguably, them following along would not necessarily mean they'd have to answer more questions.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I mean, we could just.
I realize the way I said that made it sound like I would keep questioning you. I apologize.
I mean, I could hang out.
Yeah, if you would like to, I'd
I'm trying
can
to
take a
make.
break from looking for books.
I'm trying to make more friends, and I am an
This is
awkward
good.
individual. Ah!
Oh god, I relate to that heavily. Oh god, there are a lot of mobs around here.
Where?
Virgil, are you particularly attached to these cornflowers, or am I okay to grab some?
No, if you would like to grab them, sure. Are you all right, Elwood?
Yes, I'm excellent.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I
You
be?
just, no, nothing. Just before. It's not important.
Oh,
Um.
he was drowning.
Oh no! Who? What?
What?
I got him. I got him. He's fine.
Oh, goodness gracious, a bird.
Oh no!
A
Goodness
kiwi.
No, the poor kiwi.
It's okay. He's fine. I saved
He's
him.
fine now.
They do not have very good self-preservation. Considering they didn't used to have predators and then they didn't develop a sense of safety.
They're not. Yeah, they're not exactly the most agile creatures.
Mirasol always thought they were adorable.
Oh,
Who?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Mo and mine's younger sibling.
I did hear the name.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I did not. I wasn't aware that was sort of the relationship you had with Mojave.
It's not like I said it now, did I?
No, I
I
didn't
look forward to
want
it.
to press.
No, it's all good.
Hmm.
Loads to think about. Loads to think.
Yes, I suppose there is.
Hello there.
I always forget how long. Hello. I always forget how long these stairs are. I built them for Rune, and then I don't actually know how often Rune uses them now that he has a grappling hook.
Well, I
And
mean,
the glider. So
they're still good.
yes, they're quite useful. They're just long.
You don't mind getting dizzy.
Oh, there's a
What could
man.
Yes,
Sorry?
there is an ostrich. Yes, there is an ostrich.
That is my brother's. I don't. I wish I could explain Oliver or why he's still here. He
He
doesn't
is
pay rent.
disconcerting.
He's just there
He doesn't pay rent.
all the time.
He has tried to eat my notebook at several occasions, so I
I
tried to.
apologize.
But
I
it's
suggested at one
partly
point we
your
make
fault.
him his own enclosure, and he has not gotten one.
Mm.
Yes, maybe that should happen. That
But
seems
yes, sorry,
something
this
you
is
should
the
ask your
cafe.
brother.
Oh, there's someone. Okay, there's someone not here currently, but it seems to be occupied
Okay.
again. People seem to keep living in my library, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Well, I mean, you do have a bunch of sleeping bags and stuff upstairs.
Yes, there's a
Mm.
roost, I suppose.
You make it comfy, people are gonna want to stay.
That's true, I suppose. I just I'm not used to people being around. Can I just anyone in some cake? I sort of.
Are you telling me I could have
I
come
don't actually
here?
know who makes the cakes.
Okay, thank God. I was about to say,
Sorry,
are you telling me that I
Oh.
could have come here to learn the recipe for this thing?
Oh, I mean, I don't have the recipe, but I'm sure. I mean, it's a library. I'm sure there's a recipe in a book somewhere.
I figured it out.
Perhaps.
I've definitely
Oh.
seen cookbooks up in the section that I was sorting earlier.
I figured it out
see,
the hard way.
Oh,
Trial and error then.
I mean, I'm sure
Uh-huh.
it tastes wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you didn't mix up your sugar with sand, then I don't think you've
Is that
ruined
a
it
common
badly.
mistake?
Is that a...
It is a Mirasol mistake.
Oh!
Let's
In
see.
retrospect, it might have been a prank. In retrospect, it might have been a prank.
Mm.
I cannot recommend it.
Good to know.
Noted. Yes, I will try to keep sand away from the kitchen.
I wonder if
Although I
that's
admit
what...
I don't exactly cook
I wonder
much.
if that's what Rune's putting in his baked goods. Because he also said he's not good at cooking.
Oh, good.
I've
Great
been
heavens.
informed. I'll be honest, most of the time I've spent living at Runes, it has been... Oh, are you okay?
I'm
What
taking
are you
damage so I
doing?
can eat the
You are-
cake. I
So
wanna
you can eat the cake.
I want to eat the cake. I want to eat the cake.
That is certainly one way to go about it.
Um,
Well, I'm not gonna go run in circles for an
I lost
hour. The
track.
last thing I ate was fish.
That's fair.
Could have asked one of us to pinch you or hit you. That's what Mojave usually had me doing. Which
That
objectively was a
tracks.
stupid choice on their part. Mirasol's punches hurt arguably way more than mine.
That does track for Mo, though.
You never
does-
mentioned Mirasol before now.
Yes, it's complicated, and the more I think on it, the more I probably have some apologizing to do. That is for a later
I
time.
see. That is very fair. But yes, well, it is nice to, as you said, try to make some more friends.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you have any other questions or end up finding anything else out, I do live, in fact, below and a little that way to the library.
I'll come look for you and let you know.
Okay.
Certainly. It's nice to have some more people to share the research with now. It's for a while was just sort of me fumbling and going a little bit insane by myself. So it is
Well, now you've got
nice to be able to talk to people about it.
Rune and Vast and me. So,
Hmm. Yes. I'm very honored to be in the company of all of you.
okay, I think I'm gonna go home now.
We went real quiet. I was like, "Do we have any more lore to do?" I was
I think I'm
like,
gonna go home now.
"That's fine. I'll see you later." It was
Alright.
very nice to meet you, Alma. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah,
Um,
it was
Yes.
nice to meet you both.
Mm.
Yes, indeed.
Um,
Well, I will see you around. I'll come and let you know if I find anything out.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
If you see Mojave, never mind. I'll take care of them myself.
Okay.
I'm glad they have you though.
I'm glad I have them. I'll see both of you later.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'll see you around.
See you. Fly safe.
I will. Thank you. Fuck, man. Okay. Home. 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 Let's see. Do my little check-in. Yeah, home time. Are there any axolotls? And are they hurt? Virgil. And Elwood. Oh. I need to... Oh, no. Oh, None of you guys have it, right? You're all okay? Shit. Okay. Okay. Fuck. None of you better end up with whatever the hell this is. You, too. Fuck. Yippee! Yippee! Hi, there's some crazy things that happened today. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Smiles, how are we? For what is the most important thing that happened today? There were some moments. There were definitely some moments. Hello!
Hello.
Hello! Hi, friends! How are we?
We're good. It's
I
good.
definitely-
Good lore.
I definitely might have said too much at one point, but I think it's fine.
Oh,
Huh?
I think it's fine.
you tell us about that off stream.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell you about it later.
I also was constantly worried. I'm like, what have I said? Have I said too much? Have we? I was like,
What
do
do
we
I
call it
know
void sickness
about?
yet?
What do I know about a
call it that
character?
yet? Yeah.
I mean, what Elwood? This is the great thing about Elwood not knowing shit. I could just be like, huh? Huh?
So
Huh?
I called it void sickness simply because
Oh,
it
right.
it's more concentrated on the lower islands, so it makes sense for him to be like, is it a sickness concentrated
Maybe.
around the void? Maybe we
Hmm.
call it this.
That makes
To
sense.
be fair, it's kind of
I
like-
definitely had Virgil say something about void sickness earlier before Armor rocked up, and then
Yeah.
and then after you said that, I was like, shit, have we not called it that?
It's just the equivalent of like, you know, the meme about like how in like ancient Egyptian the word for cat is just the sound cats make.
is meow? Yeah.
Yep.
So you're just like meow. We call meow 'cause that's the sound they make.
But yay, we all met finally.
They met. I saw people call it awkward trio, and it's so
Awkward
funny.
Accurate. Just all three of these are like, I don't know how to make friends.
I don't know how
I
to
just
make
know how
it
to
friends.
do
was-
social interactions.
the end where we were all just standing in silence in the cafe was so funny to me.
God.
Because like it
Great.
went on for just long enough that like I started to break character and was like, are we wrapping it there? Like what are we doing?
And then I just do more of the. I'm just putting out all of the Elwood and not Mirasol, wrong M name, Mojave stuff now because
Oh,
Zenny and I are going to be gay
hurts.
in less than 3 days. And we have
I
to
don't remember.
go to
Yay.
see. Also, I get
I
to
don't
be
remember what
giddy
you
again.
said. You said something, and there was like one. It was just like a one word, and I was like, "Ah, that hurt." Why'd you say that? Why'd you?
Wait, which word?
I don't remember. It was during the like, oh, I'm glad they have you, and like, Alvin was like, I'm glad I have them, and then you said something
Oh.
after that, and I was like, oh, why? Why would you say that?
I didn't
Why
know.
would
Did I
you-
say a word? I'd have to watch
Maybe you
my
didn't.
own
Maybe I'm
recording.
just like,
Maybe I just
maybe
did a
I'm just
sound.
being dumb. Maybe
definitely
I don't remember.
Thought about him saying like, "Yes, I
That
know
back
you're
and
killing," and then I wasn't going to. Maybe I did like a sound.
I don't know.
I don't
That
know.
back and
I'll
forth
watch
hurt
it.
me.
Oh god, it's the thing is, Elwood was like this close to basically ask Armor to like tell Mo to be safe because now he realized like, oh, there's so many things around I don't know, and I do care about. And then he's
Mm.
like, I'm gonna do this myself. Yeah,
Oh.
he feels really shitty now about like a lot of things. He's had time to think.
Oh.
Me and these three.
Me
I'm
and
so
these
excited.
three.
They're
I
really
hold
fun.
them. I hold them.
Mm-hmm.
There are many trios that I am holding in my hands. Like we
I'm
got
holding
Rusty
so many
Stars.
trios.
So
We
many
got
trios.
fucking. We got Armor and Elwood and Mojave. We got those three.
Mhm.
We got Armor and Virgil and Elwood. I'm holding these three now. I'm holding
These
so many
three.
trios.
So
I'm
many
How
holding
are
so
your
trios.
many
heads still
trios.
overflowing?
They are. They are
Mhm.
overflowing as much as Armor's pockets are with lizards.
I freaking love, Connor and I talked about this, but it's so funny that Virgil just assumes that they're the one that doesn't know shit, and then they're all, what do you
Yeah,
mean
Virgil.
you nearly got stabbed? What do you
I
mean
was-
there's magpies that aren't magpies?
Because like I was saying to Puffin, like Virgil's entire arc has been, I am the only one not in the loop so far. Like everyone around him knows what's going on except for him, and then to have Elwood be like no less now, he's like, oh shit, yeah, I'm just saying this sounds insane. Like there are magpies which are dead children, and he knows this, but he can't explain that.
Alright, I'm gonna send off my chat and I will be right back.
Valid. I gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. Go, go,
different
go.
stream. I gotta go.
I have to prepare
Bye,
something.
everyone.
Go. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Alright, chat. You know the drill. I am sending you guys over to Eret, who is also playing Minecraft. Just because I think it'll be some good times after lore for all of you. Go ahead and copy-paste that raid message if you can. And I will catch all of you Sunday for Siege lore. Okay, bye!